we'll kind of try to learn the basics of cash flow statement first. So the idea is like this. Let's say this is your 2018 balance sheet and you have a value of cash on your books, that's 100. And then you have 2019 balance sheet here and the value of the cash here is 150. So when you're building cash flow statement, it's not about that 100, neither it is about that 150. Cash flow statement for 2019 is essentially about that incremental 50. You want to investigate that incremental 50. You want to understand how did my cash increase? What are the reasons why my cash increased? So you start investigating that differences in cash better and you break down all the sources of cash into 3 parts. You will say, I'm getting cash or spending cash on my operating activities, my business activities, so that's CFO. Or I'm getting cash from investments, or I'm spending cash on investments, or I'm getting cash or spending cash on financing activity. So CFO, CFI and CFF. I'll give you a few examples. You tell me whether it's which one. Let us say receiving cash by sale of goods. So sale of goods will come into operating activities. Let us say you purchased a new PP. It's a investing activity. So purchasing a property, plant, equipment is investing activities. Let us say you have taken goods on credit, purchasing goods on credit. Purchasing goods on credit. It will come nowhere because you haven't paid the cash yet. It's a cash flow statement, so you need to be careful. Taking a bank loan. It's a cash flow from financing activity. Then let us say converting convertible bonds to equity. Convertible bonds to equity conversion. It comes nowhere because it is a non-cash item. Then making payments to your accounts payable operations. So paying to AP is operations. Then let's say receiving money from accounts receivable. It is again operations. Right? So this gives you a good sense of what kind of items we put where. So operations is everything related to your core business. This is with respect to your investments. This is with respect to your financing activities. Now the composition of this 50 could be like this. Let us say that 30 has come from CFO, 10 has come from CFI, 10 has come from CFF. So it's adding up to 50. Or maybe you have a minus 100 here, you have a plus 100 here, and you have a plus 30 here. So what does a net negative number means? What does negative 100 CFO means? It means we have a net cash outflow. We have spent more money than what we have received. But what does a plus CFI mean? It means you have sold some assets and you have received cash because it's a inflow here. And what does a plus CFF mean? It means you have taken maybe some loan and you have received cash. Are we okay with this? Now, if you learn to just read these numbers smartly, it tells you a lot about the companies. If you just learn to read the composition of CFO, CFI and CFF over a period of time, it gives you a lot of information about the company. Okay, and we will see if we can do that. So I'm going to download a few annual reports and we'll analyze them to see if we can make sense of the numbers. So these are your cash flow statements. We'll have comparative numbers for 2 years. So I'm going to ask you to write them down. These values are given in rupees and crores. 1 crore is equivalent to 10 millions. Okay, that's the unit. So we'll start making a nice summary out of it. So we're doing Asian Paints now, and we have CFO, CFI and CFF, and we will say year 0 and year 1. Year 0 is last year, so let's see what was their cash flow from operations. Their cash flow from operations was 2242. Okay, so I'm going to plot that number here, 2242. Then cash flow from operations this year is 1527. You are also supposed to write them. So 1527. Then cash flow from investments last year 866 negative. 866 negative, and this year 656 negative. Then cash flow from financing, 848 negative, and 756 negative. So these are your Asian Paints numbers. Let's plot the Hindustan Unilever numbers now. So we will do a time series comparison, and we will also try to do cross sectional now. So we are now looking at Hindustan Unilever. So I'm going to open consolidated cash flow statement. That's page 150-ish. This is consolidated cash flow statement. Let's start looking at CFO. Now this is also rupees in crores. CFO, year 0 it's 3291, and this year it's 4125. 4125. Then CFI 137 positive last year, 268 negative this year. Then CFF 3462 negative last year and 3818 negative this year. Let's look at Wonderla now. So they basically make amusement parks. I think they have about 3 of them. Okay, so Bangalore is there. We have one in Kochi, and then there is one in Hyderabad. Okay, so we are going to open their cash flow statement. Do you see financials anywhere? Right, it's here. So this is a balance sheet, profit and loss, and the cash flow statement. Now this is rupees in lakhs. Lakh is 100,000s. So we will convert this lakhs to crores. So we'll have to divide them with 100 so that the numbers are comparable. So operating activity 7290. So divide this with 100. So that's 72.9. So I'm going to round it off to 73. So times 0 times 1 and 73 now for times 0, and this year it is 67. Then cash flow from investing activities negative 18 and negative 99. Then cash flow from financing activities negative 28 and positive 7. 7.5, so I'm going to say positive 8. So now we have some data to play around. What I want you to do is put yourself out of the accountant mode and become an analyst and try to talk to these numbers. See if they tell you anything. See if they have a story in them, and if you can read that story and if you can make sense out of these numbers. Okay, one analysis I got is operations cash flow has increased in H1. No, decreased. Increased, sorry. So 3291 it became 4125. Fair enough.
Underlies on an expansion mode.
Excellent.
They also have taken a bank loan at this year.
Correct. Very nice. So Wonder lies on the expansion mode. So here is what I'll tell you what I am reading out of it. So Asian Paints has a very large positive operations inflow. That's a good news. They have negative on investments. So that means they are investing into capex. That's a good news. So it seems like a company that's making money and it's using that money to put back into the capital investments, and it is also paying dividends to the shareholders. So you're generating positive operations number, you're generating positive cash, you're putting in that cash into your capex, you're putting that cash back in the hands of shareholders, right? So it seems like a company that is doing good, and it is going to keep on growing in future because they are doing good amount of investments. Hindustan Unilever on the other side is generating really good cash. It's an FMCG company, but they're not putting in enough into capex. So because they're not putting enough into capex, that means this is not a stock which is expecting a significant growth. It's more of a mature stage company. They don't have much to invest in, and they're using a big chunk of money that they're making and passing it on to the shareholders in the form of dividends. So mature company not investing enough and giving dividends. Wonderla generating reasonable operations cash flow. Don't compare 73 with 4125. These are companies on different scale, not comparable. But they're generating good positive cash flows. That's a good news. This 99 tells me they have made a really heavy capex investment. Now, if my sense is that if companies like these in India are going to do good, for example, if you think that the amusement park culture in India will increase, then I will say that it's a good news, because going forward, next year I can expect these operations numbers to shoot up, and not sufficient data to conclude anything, right? So minus 28, so maybe they sold, they bought in some new capex, and positive 8 maybe some sort of a setting off effect. Correct? So this is, I mean, when you start reading cash flow from operations, it tells you a lot about the companies without knowing them. You know, even if I don't tell you this now, if I just give you this information, you can still, draw a lot of conclusions. Have you understood this?